What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty here for a big NRC showdown for the battle for the #1 spot heading into Week 14 in the NRC. These two teams just a week ago were the only undefeated teams who took their first loss of the season, and only one will be able to bounce back this week in this head-to-head matchup between the Memphis Steamers and the Toronto Huskies. The Toronto Huskies are second in the RFL with a 10-1 record, and #1 team in the RFL right now, the Memphis Steamers, hosting the #1 offense led by that guy right there, Reed Wagner. They are 11-1, and they are looking to get their 12th win. Not only if they get the win here, will they get their 12th win of the season, they will be the first team to officially clinch their division at this point in the season. So a lot riding on this game for the Memphis Steamers. As for the Toronto Thunderbirds, of course, you would say, hey, only one loss on the season, but they took quite a bit of losses heading into practice this week, and from a few weeks ago, Wayne Norman not going to be playing tonight. No Daniel Severio to back up even in his position, and then an injury on the outside at the cornerback position for Alex Morincola. And all of these key positions taken away from the defense of the Thunderbirds, which they strive themselves on to win games, and they're going up against the #1 offense. It's going to be interesting. Can the Thunderbirds somehow find a way to hold on, or will the Memphis Steamers prove to be the #1 team here in the RFL? Let me know in the chat who you guys got. And with that being said, we're about to get to it. It says this could, it said Bell Smitty. What did I get a bell for? Well, anyway, let's get in the game. Toronto Thunderbirds kicking this one off to the Memphis Steamers. Oh, I said Huskies. Okay. I'll take the bell for that. I played the wrong button. But here goes a nice return by Jake Pride. And we'll get a first look at this #1 offense. Talked about Reed Wagner leading the RFL in touchdown passes as one of the fewest interceptions this season with just 4. And over 4,000 yards passing, leading the RFL in that department as well. Looking to try to run away with the MVP of the RFL award for the first time in his career. He's been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the RFL when it comes to explosive offensive play down the field, passing the football. In the first play, they're going to look to run it. Broken tackle, and Amir Williams will get to the 33-yard line. And this is what the Memphis Steamers want to do. They want to take advantage of those missing pieces. In the middle of that defense, two linebackers going some play action here. Pressure is coming, he's got to throw it away. Good defense there by the Thunderbirds. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Two linebackers now on the field, JP Stickman and Juice Adams, second-year player from UCLA from the college series. Here goes a run, and he's got enough for a first down. Amir Williams Brought down at the 36-yard line. Sharon Gray unable to get there fast enough. The inside run kind of got caught up between his own teammates there. And despite these losses, you know, the Toronto Thunderbirds are not trying to make it easy on this Memphis Steamers offense. So we'll see if the Steamers can keep things going here. Wagner going into the flats. Catch is made. Solid tackle made there by Eric Straughter. And there's going to be another injury here to the Toronto Thunderbirds defense. They're now going to lose Isaiah Ingram. And that is their best defensive player on the team. That is 4 losses to the Toronto Thunderbirds. The kryptonite for this team is injuries. And they're coming at the worst possible time right now for the Toronto Thunderbirds. And they'll run the football. Amir Williams breaking a tackle. He's got a first down at the 46. They're grounding and pounding it. And this seems to be the identity that the Steamers want to establish coming into this game. They want to be able to run the football. Not many teams have been successful doing that against the Toronto Thunderbirds. But when you got this team weakened the way it is, especially losing their premier edge rusher, and you just got to keep running it and beating down the morale of this defense here. When you can make plays happen on this Thunderbirds defense, you give yourselves a high chance of winning the game. Not a lot of passing here for the Steamers, which is usually their forte, but they're just sticking with the ground game. Some play action here off of the runs, and Amir Williams wrapped up by Xavier Mays that time, securing the tackle. It's a 4-yard rush. It's going to be a 4-yard play. You're right back on the ground. Good blocking, way to squeeze through, and a first down for Williams. Yeah, he's running well, and this has just been a great bounce-back season for Amir Williams. First-round draft pick a season ago for the Memphis Steamers. We saw how explosive he was in the college series with the Miami Hurricanes, and you could just start to see him elevate his game here in this second year. On pace to rush for 1,000 yards easy. Came into this game with 900 yards rushing. And some play action. Heat's coming. Down he goes for a sack. And that's going to be Cooper, who comes in for Isaiah Ingram. And that's how you make an impact play there. Try to keep the pressure on this offense. Devontae Cooper, 27 years old. He's 69 overall. Definitely a dip off from the 96 overall Ingram, but showing he's still got the ability to make some plays. Got some solid speed on him. 81. He showed it there on that play. And Reed Wagner looking to pass. Heat's coming. Down he goes for a sack. 2 back-to-back sacks and a big loss. Their other defensive end showing his presence. And that's Max Knight getting some help there along with his defensive tackle, Carl Bodine. And they've got the Steamers in a long 3rd down situation. They need 29 yards. Thunderbirds defense still showing to be stout. They haven't thrown the football much, but we know how explosive these wide receivers can be. Watch out for Romeo Jackson in the slot here. Bottom of the screen. He is starting to come. Throws down the field. He's got, oh, a nice punch out there by Xavier Mays. That's just an excellent veteran heads-up play there. That's usually a catch all day for Romeo Jackson, but just got caught lacking, thinking it was just going to be an easy layup play to at least get them in field goal range. And Xavier Mays, one of the top safeties in the RFL, punching that out last minute as they force the punt. And it looks like it's a great one. This is going to be marked down at the 10. And we'll get a look at this Thunderbirds defense, who struggled tremendously last week against the Columbus Explorers. 7 total turnovers. 6 of those coming from interceptions by LC3. Looking to have a better turnout this time around. 23 touchdown passes to the 9 interceptions. He was actually the least intercepted quarterback in the RFL until that game. Let's see if he can bounce back here tonight. Really couldn't get anything going on that defense last week. And they'll start out with a run. And this is where they're going to have trouble trying to run inside with big number 64 at the defensive tackle position. And Sean Richardson making his presence known off the rip. A 1-yard gain. Throw into the flats back to Marcus Knight. Gain him some decent yards, 4 yards. They need 5 here on 3rd down. LC3 feeling some heat, and down he is, going to go for a sack. There goes that man, Sean Richardson. 17 sacks on the season. Leads the RFL in that department. You can see him getting skinny underneath. Actually lost that #1 spot in terms of leading the league in sacks after what the Pioneers were able to do, what the Voyagers were able to do with Carter Delahart. He's got 19, but 17 right there for Sean Richardson. Steamers making their presence known immediately. I'm going to field this near the 50. Big shot down at the 44. That's going to be a huge problem for the Toronto Thunderbirds if they cannot get their offense going. And they keep giving the Memphis Steamers opportunities like this, especially with great field position. They're already in Toronto territory at the 44. It's going to be a shootout that I don't think the Thunderbirds want to find themselves into. And a big hit there. Jaron Gray waiting on him. Holds it to just a 1-yard gain. Another draw play. More explosive gain this time by Amir Williams. Running right through contact. Physical running here. He's not afraid of this Toronto Thunderbirds defense. I guess I wouldn't be too if you don't got your top linebackers in the mix, so he's just running hard. But this is something he's been doing all season. If he can have a 100-yard rushing game tonight, and that'll be his first 1,000-yard rushing season. And Steamers is showing, like, hey, we don't even got to pass. Sticking with the ground game, and it has been working wonders. Here he goes again. Williams, first down at the 22. 54 yards on 7 carries. And linebackers getting washed. And the Steamers taking full advantage. This is very dangerous for the Toronto Thunderbirds. Because if these guys are doing this, just running the football, when they want to start opening up this playbook and start going down the field, they've got everything pretty much set up with play action and everything else that can make this offense unstoppable. Here goes the throw. He's got the catch. J.J. Fawn to the 15, 8-yard gain. Steamers are just rolling right now. Stack wide receivers to the left. Sending a blitz, throws, catch made. Xavier Mays on the tackle, but it's a 1st and goal for the Memphis Steamers. Eric Reese hauling it in. Coach Justin Jones, we couldn't be more excited for his bounce back this season, looking to try to get himself a Relo Bowl this year. The way this Steelers team has been playing, definitely on pace to do so, and it's a touchdown for the Steelers. Eric Reese finding his way in. The Steelers, man, they could just make it look easy. And this a simple throw on the out route, makes the catch, got the corner out there. Not going to bring the big bag tight end down. You can see AI coach of the Thunderbirds not happy. And everyone on this defense banged up. And the Steamers, they keeping the coals thrown in the fireplace. They are steamrolling on that drive, looking to try to steamroll the Thunderbirds for victory. It says big for the Steamers. They could get this win. Guaranteed playoff spot, even though doubt that was in question. And they clinch the NRC East. Thunderbirds could be in some trouble, man. We don't know what the extent of the injury of Isaiah Ingram is now. They still don't have the two players that just got injured to come back even the following week. There's a nice run inside by Marcus Knight. And, you know, the Columbus Explorers were able to get a victory over these guys in great fashion just a week ago. The Explorers got one more loss on their season. But with another loss here from the Steamers, I'm not exactly sure how that would go. I think the Thunderbirds will still lead because they have less losses within the division. But it still puts a lot of pressure on the Thunderbirds to keep up because there's going to be guys missing still for some time to come. And they've still got some tough games. LC3 will fire. Sharkly locked up there by John Gibson, former Pro Bowl cornerback. And a run inside, going nowhere. Nashawn Richardson add another tackle for loss on the season. He came into this game with 30. I believe the record is 38 tackles for loss, and I think this guy is going to break that with ease. He might get 40 plus by the end of this year. Now forced to have to air things out. LC3 fires, catches made, but the Steelers are on it. Taylor Mays wrapping up Tate Phillips. 4th down. And that's another aspect of the Steamers that has improved tremendously. Even though they still technically got about the same guys on defense, these are young guys. They're developing, they're getting better season after season, and this defense is really coming to its own, and it's becoming difficult for offenses to be able to move on. And the Toronto Thunderbirds realizing that early on here in this one. Amir Williams, 46 yards away from a 1,000-yard season. And at the rate he's going, I think he can get that easy. They'll motion in Romeo Jackson in the bunch and quickly distributes it out to him on the drag route. Romeo Jackson, 3 receptions, 60 yards, over 1,100, close to 1,200 receiving yards on the season, 8 touchdowns, top 5 in receiving yards in the RFL. Hand off, Williams breaking the tackle. He's still on his feet and lunges forward to the 32. 1st down, Memphis. Amir Williams is just doing damage right now. They can't even secure tackles on this kid. He's running so hard. Didn't get to see whose tackle that was he broke, but I believe that was Jamal Claiborne. Yeah, coming off of the block. Looking to pass off the blitz again, and that's incomplete. Big hit. And it's Thunderbirds going cover 0 here in the gun. Pressure's coming and almost intercepted by Bill Stevens. Got the jump on Romeo Jackson there. Could not take advantage, though, of the good positioning. And here goes the throw. Catch made and a big hit. Will keep him short. Good news for the Toronto Thunderbirds, at least on the defense side of the ball. Looked like Isaiah Ingram has checked back into the game. You can see number 94 there. J.J. Vaughn making the catch, falling short, and Thunderbirds will force a punt. This one angling towards the left side. Breaks the tackle. And a solid return as he gets to the 22. That's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Memphis Steamers up by a touchdown, 7-0. The Thunderbirds really going to have to make some plays and adjustments on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, we already know they're handicapped there, but it's really going to be on this offense to try to deliver them through in this game. Get to the 24-yard line there on the run. Run game has not been successful. Like I said, these guys love to stuff the inside. LC3 looking, throws. Marcus Snipe will break the tackle, but quickly brought down at the 27. Having trouble locating wide receivers down the field. They're taking away the intermediate to deep. So LC3 almost throws the 7th interception in 2 weeks there Great jump on the football by Caden Blair. And it's another 4th down. The Thunderbirds have to punt. It's a solid punt. Bombs that one all the way to the 21. And Craig is down at the 34. And this is just way too many opportunities this Memphis Steamers offense is getting right now. I mean, you usually give this team all these possessions, you're going to start to see points on the board. I'm pretty sure this defense is going to start feeling the effects of that fatigue. Nice catch on the out route by Eric Reese. Motion into the bunch. Instant pressure catch made, and a 1st down for Memphis. Yeah, just coming in on the drag route. Linebackers too far back. And that's just an easy read for Reed Wagner. Here goes the motion. Matthew Holford, rookie from Michigan. In motion there as they run Amir Williams for a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Play action. Ingram starting to come in. Wide open Reese to the 36-yard line. 10 of 14 is Reed Wagner. Gibson, guys on the sideline, amping up the crowd. Looking like a light day for the Memphis Steamers tonight. They'll have Reed Wagner under center. 2 wide receivers. Out to the right side. They'll go some inside play action. Throws into the flats. And Williams just breaking tackles, and these aren't usual broken tackles. I mean, that's the 2nd time he's able to get off from Xavier Mays. It's usually a secure tackling safety. And he's going to throw this one away. Good defense there. 3rd and 4. Watch out for potential drag again. He's going to attack the out route there to Jake Pride. 1st down, Steamers working on the rookie Curtis McGriff, who has been thrusted in the starting role at the slot position due to the injury of Alex Moncola. And he's going up against the touchdown leader here on this Memphis Steamers offense at the receiver position. Jake Pride's got 10 of them this year. Fires over the middle. What a pass. Reed Wagner setting up 1st and goal at the 4. Easy money there. And he could have hit Pride. Saw a deeper target in his tight end Reese. Got a few yards. I formation. And they'll run for Miles Kerrigan. El Camion with a mean stiff arm, planting Gray on his back. 2nd and goal, though, at the 2. Amir Williams in the backfield this time. They'll give him the carry, and boy, that's a big hit there. Max Knight shutting it down. It's 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Quick slant, touchdown, Steamers. J.J. Vaughn working on Eric Straughter there. And that's a tough route to cover, especially when you got a quarterback that's got the timing and accuracy of Reed Wagner. And he didn't even have a second to react. As soon as he planted on that slant, Straughter beat there. That's just excellent timing. Memphis Steamers find themselves up by 2 scores. Extra point to try to make it 14-0. And the kick is good. 11 plays, 68 yards for Memphis, and it's starting to get ugly here for the visiting Toronto Thunderbirds. Defense has no answer. The offense hasn't got anything going. I'll take this one from the 9. Nice juke move. And fall at the 25. Yeah, they got to figure something out here on the offensive side of the ball, because it looks like that's what's going to have to come to in order for them to even stay in this game. Got to play a shootout with the Memphis Steamers offense. Broken tackle on the run. Wow. Physical finish to it as he'll pick up 6 yards. That's how we call him Mighty Mouse. No guy can run. They try to run again. This is shut down for a loss. They just cannot get anything going here. And when you play the Memphis Steamers, might want to abandon that inside run. I mean, literally 64. Deshaun Richardson is in on every play that goes in between the tackles. Best defensive tackle in the league, I'd have to say. And look at him bullying. Throws this pass off target. Excellent job by Deshaun Richardson. Again, put a lineman on his back. As the Thunderbirds will punt it away. And fill this at the 17. Nice move. Gets out of bounds at the 26. Amir Williams, look at his numbers again today. 36 yards away from his first 1,000-yard season. And they'll give him a carry. Running hard inside for a gain of 6. 30 yards now. He's got 7. Back on the ground, and he is just tearing it up. Another Steelers first down, 78 yards rushing. And he put a nasty juke move right there on Curtis McGriff. Closing in on 4 minutes to go. And they're just going to keep it on the ground. Why not? Look at the speed of Amir Williams exploding to the 45-yard line. Now 8 yards away. Look how he just hits this gap. Out of there. And this guy was a Blazer. Had the most 80-yard touchdown runs in the college series back in CS2. He can start and accelerate in an instant, get up the field. Now looking to pass. Throws, got an open man. Great job planting his foot in the ground and getting the first down. The guys just sitting there wide open. They've been killing them on those quick outs, those flats. You saw Pride just plant that foot right in the ground. Yeah, I put a message out, guys, for the game being pushed up an hour early. So some guys probably wouldn't get that message till later. Here goes a throw, and what a catch by Romeo Jackson down at the 10-yard line. This is why many are regarding him as, well, I wouldn't say that next guy is up. He's already up. But he's been in conversations as the best wide receiver in the RFL. Making plays like that. I was in double, triple coverage. Steamers. Oh, it's going to be dropped that time. Great break on the football. 2nd and goal. They'll run. Amir Williams down at the 7. 6 yards away from a 100-yard gain. 2-minute offense. 2-minute warning, excuse me. And the Steamers are looking to go up by 21 against the Thunderbirds here. Set up the screen. Amir Williams, stiff arm, and is down at the 3. There's going to be an injury to the Steamers. Isaac McCullum former top 100 offensive lineman in the RFL back in season 6. And he'll just have a seat on the sidelines there. She'll be able to return later within this game. Thunderbirds hoping for a stop. Last time down here, the Steelers able to get it done. Fullback dive. And they've got him. I just realized that was 4th down. My bad on that. They went for it on 4th, didn't work out for them. I guess they're feeling it. There goes a run. And this is going to be the rookie from Arizona State, Rashad Boston, getting to the 19-yard line. LC3 fires, and it's going to be dropped. Incomplete. Try to get that to one of his tight ends. Could not hold on. Set up the running back screen. And Marcus Snipe made up at the 24-yard line. Closing in on a minute left. They still have a timeout. LC3 instantly pressured and lowering the shoulder to get just enough for a first down. They'll call their first timeout with 58 seconds. I mean, Deshaun Richardson is owning this offensive line up front. I mean, look at number 64. They're finally going to get a double team on him. Check down, instantly blasted on the tackle there. Second timeout call, just one more remaining. He's honestly the best this offense has looked. LC3 hasn't even thrown 10 passes in this game yet. There was a nice throw over the middle. And a forced fumble. Lost it as the Steamers will take over at the 40. Turnover issues continues here for the Thunderbirds. Had one last week. And he gets absolutely popped. I believe that was the safety there. And actually, yeah, that was a safety. Jaquelin Booth came down, put that shoulder pad right on the football. 46 seconds. And the way this offense has been moving. Oh, what a play on the ball! Eric Stroder jumping the slant route this time on J.J. Vaughn, getting his get back. That's his 5th interception of the season. Good pressure sent down by the Thunderbirds that time, and man, timed it perfectly. Jumped right in front of him. So turnover back to back. .43 seconds left in the first half of play. LC3 checking it down. What a spin out. Here goes Mighty Mouse. First down. A juke move to the 44. Not much time to go. They're going to burn their final timeout. Probably should have saved it, ran one more play, and then used it. Now they're all out of TOs. They're going to try to make a push down the field. Devontae Sharkey looking from TCU there in the slot. And they've got London Lions for first down. I think that's going to be the final play. I don't know if they can get one more off. They're going to try it. LC3 just going to check it down. And that's all they can do. Scoreless in the first half as the Steamers have the lead here, 14-0. Toronto Thunderbirds will get the football to start the second half, but the Steamers have got this offense right now on lock. The defense showing it is struggling with those missing pieces, and the Steamers not trying to show any mercy. The Toronto Thunderbirds are looking to remain the #1 seed. Never mind any of this going on. Hey, if you're new to Relocation Football League, looking to try to get a player, visit our website, relocationfootballleague.com, and figure out how you can join the RFL today. Apply to be a part of the college series this year. CS5 set to start sometime in July. No exact date yet, but make sure that you go ahead and apply and read all the requirements that you need to fill out and send your player properly, because it could come back to bite you if you do something wrong. Just letting you know that right now. And if you're looking to get some RFL merch, go ahead and visit our Redbubble store at www.relocationfootballleague.com/Redbubble-merch, where you can get some solid merchandise from your favorite RFL team. We're going into the second half here of a big NRC showdown. And the Thunderbirds 14-0 down right now on the road. The Memphis Steamers are feeling it here at home. They're looking to try to come out here as strong as a defense they had in that first half in the second. Thunderbirds will be receiving the ball. Still a manageable game for the Thunderbirds, but still a lot they've got to do to overcome the firepower that the Steelers have. The run game is just non-existent inside. Deshaun Richardson, who's just been sniffing those plays out, as he has all season. The pass game's been difficult. Wide receivers not able to get open often, but they also haven't thrown the football much. Here goes LC3 with the read option. Just enough speed to get away from Deshaun Richardson. Caught after a gain of 3. LC3, check down. And welcome for a first down. Just got the ball to the line. This line's got a big task ahead of them to try to block this defense right here. I mean, you got Diego Lizarraga on that defensive line. Can't talk enough about Deshaun Richardson. And this guy's eating. Jakari Nathan. Broken tackle. That's a nice run. 9-yard gain for Marcus Knight. I mean, these guys have had minimal plays. I think they have less than 25 offensive play calls up to this point. That's how much this Steelers defense has been activated, getting them off the field quickly. And there goes a beautiful run by Marcus Knight inside the 40, helping out his average tremendously. He's now at least a 4-yard per carry average, 42 yards. It's a nice juke move, man. It is tough to bring him down. You got a guy that low center of gravity to the floor, and he's fast, strong. It's tough to get a hold of him. A bit fatigued on the play. This has been one of the better offensive drives for the Thunderbirds. And there goes Devontre Sharkley to the 22-yard line, trying to get the ball to the rookie earlier within this game. Could not hang on, and that's his first official catch. Good for 16. Slant wide open on the play there. Tackle made by John Gibson. Like I said, game isn't over till it's over. Thunderbirds got some climbing to do. Tough run inside, but not much. 2 yards. LC3, 2 wide receivers. Haven't even heard Quan Chaney's name. They'll hand it off. And some tough running by Clifton Gerald. We'll get 3 yards. They need 5. Bunch to the left side. LC3 looking, throws. That's a big catch right there. Holds on with airtight defense from Bob Stevens. Just talked about Juan Chaney not hearing his name. That's his second catch of the game, only 13 yards. He's come up with some big catches for the Toronto Thunderbirds this season. It's been his breakout season for the team. Leads the team in receiving yards. And LC3 looking to try to take the offense to the promised land if possible. But the Steelers again shutting down that inside run. The guy looks a bit slow getting up, but looks like he's going to be all right. And yeah, I mean, didn't even have enough guys to block. I think they were double teaming, but should have probably spanned out, get a couple guys off to try to slow that down. That did not work. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. LC3 looking, throws this away. Great coverage by the Steelers. LC3 is only thrown 18 passes, he's completed 13 of them for just 100 yards. One last shot to try to get towards the end zone. And here goes Deshaun Richardson once again with that pressure. And that throw is going to be for a loss of a yard. So they have to settle for a field goal here. Adrian Brunell trying to avoid a shutout. And it's good. 14-3. Steamers still on top. That's a great job by the Steamers. They were bending. They did not break. You saw LC3 starting to get in his mode a little bit. Some really good runs we saw out of Marcus Knight on that carry. But Steamers still showing, hey, we are still here. Started slowing that down and made it tough to find open targets in the red zone. Memphis Steamers want to pick up some steam here on offense. Thunderbirds, of course, as I've been saying, missing some key pieces, and they're still holding on fairly well. The Steamers, they have the capability of getting more points on the board, and that's really what they need to walk out victorious. Can never sleep on the Thunderbirds, even with those guys missing. Still managed to get some turnovers. There goes a throw towards the sideline, and Jake Pride's been doing an excellent job on the sidelines. And that's the second time he's caught the ball. Looked like he was about to go out. We don't even see many wide receivers do this. He's wide open on the route there, just working on the rookie, Curtis McGriff. Had all kinds of separation. Look how he plants the foot, gets up the field for extra yards. That's just what you want to see out of your wide receiver. And throwing to the flats here. Amir Williams knocked out of bounds. Big play by Jiren Gray. 4th down. Yeah, that's a good job by the Thunderbirds that time. Amir Williams one-on-one in the open field. He's been tough to bring down. They get the stop. This is what the Thunderbirds need. Can they take advantage of this opportunity? Offense looked good going down the field, but only could get 3 points on the board. This looks like a really good punt. Skies it. Going to the outside, and Fatanikan to the 33-yard line. And LC3 marching right back out onto the field. Trips on the left side. Montre Sharkey by himself, top of the screen. They're going to go with a run play. And he grants them 5 yards. Really nice run there. 2nd and 5. Read option. Oh, nice cut up the field, but LC3 is going to be caught 2 yards short of the 1st down. And the Thunderbirds still trying to keep this defense honest to respect the run, to try to open up the pass. Not staying one-dimensional. Will throw. And Knight breaking out of the tackle, but the Steelers defense shuts it down. They're just playing outstanding. I mean, there's just nothing down the field. And you see, there's nothing open. The dig route was getting covered by the linebacker. Spot route covered. Double move by London Lions and have enough time to develop. Had to check it down. And it's great tackling by the Steelers. Seizing the moment right now. Muffling the snap a little bit, does manage to get it off, and a fair catch called at the 14. So we get the possession of the football right back. 11-point lead, 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the 3rd. Still managed to be a solid football game here. Still Steamers running things. And it's got a man. Takes shot by a few Thunderbirds, does pick up 6 yards on 1st down. It's Jake Pride. And with a draw play, they'll go. Jamal Claiborne's got him this time. And Amir Williams trying to break that 1,000 yards tonight. He just needs 8 yards. And big catch by J.J. Vaughn. Xavier Mays was trying to set him up with the hit to knock the ball loose. Former Pro Bowl wide receiver able to clutch it out with the reception there. And these wide receivers are the real deal. All 3 starters are superstar, dev, or higher. They earned that after the midway point of this season. There goes their X-Factor wide receiver, Romeo Jackson. on the spot route, picking up 4 yards. With the pass, beat off the line, but he knocks the ball out from behind. What a play by Bill Stevens. And they're still going to press up here. And he goes right back to it. Nobody there. And this looks like it's going to be a touchdown for the Steamers. And then they said try it again. Romeo Jackson in for 6. After what you just saw, I don't understand why they would go back in man-to-man coverage. Romeo Jackson cooking him twice. Point here to put them up 21-3 is good. And at the rate this game has been going, that could be the dagger already within this one. The offense just really has shown no life here for the Toronto Thunderbirds. The second consecutive week. Struggles continue. Taken from the 5. Down at the 20. Toronto Thunderbirds trailing by 18. It's the biggest deficit they have faced this season. Bunch to the right side, LC3. He's got a man underneath, and it's going to be Marcus Knight. He's just been his go-to guy since everything else down the field. It's just not been there. Solid tackle right there. Mays stopping him 3 yards short. They run a play or go into the 4th. They're going to go into the 4th here with the score being 21-3. Steamers holding on, looking to clinch the NRC East. Thunderbirds down by 3 scores. Skip the 4s in the chat. LC3 firing into the flats here. And they will give them forward progress for a first down. And this defense is literally just saying, hey, let's go zone, take away everything from the intermediate level to deep. And LC3 just cannot find a target. And he's got to keep checking it down every time. And literally only got one guy there to secure the tackle. Everyone else is deep down the field covering. Been in that defense all game. They're going to throw over the middle of the field. Big catch, gets to the 45-yard line as he lunges forward. Pass rush. I mean, these guys don't even really have to worry about sending blitzes like that because they know who they have up front at that defensive tackle position. We've seen many times they have pushed offensive linemen one-on-one on his back. So he goes to throw, and an interception. What a play by Caden Blair. Tried to throw the one-on-one 50 ball to London Lions, who throughout his career has been great at it, but just chucks this one up. He looked like he was in position, swats it with one hand, and right before it hits the ground, gets his balance, boom, catches it. What a play. Romeo Jackson, over 100 yards receiving in this game. And that is LC3's 10th interception this season. Right inside. I love the play call there. I think this is what the Memphis Steamers have to do. I mean, at this point, you know you got this game in the bag. You haven't really ran the ball like that like you did in the first half. I think they should just go back to running the ball. Hits the out route. Out route has been there the entire game. Just been eating up the Thunderbirds defense. You see, they're trying to pretty much run the same thing at times that you've seen the Steelers do, playing that intermediate to deep, but with the out route, that concept is just there every time. And Reed Wagner is hitting it. Amir Williams has broke over the 100-yard mark, which means He has eclipsed his first 1,000-yard season as a running back in the RFL. Let's get hashtag Amir Williams in the chat. Fantastic sophomore season here in the RFL. Handoff. Again, this guy running hard. 19 carries, 111 yards. And just deflating this Thunderbirds defense with his rushes. Three tight end set. And that jumbo to the left. And look at the blocks. They'll run inside. And Williams still lunging forward. 8-yard rush. This is the #1 defense in the RFL. Of course, we know the injuries they've suffered. And you can tell what an impact that has had. Over 350 yards of total offense out of the Memphis Steelers. We'll get to the 31. Another first down. Under 9 minutes. And won't be able to escape for anything that time. Tackle for loss in the backfield, Jamal Claiborne. Handoff. Ooh, what a move. Gets to the 32 yards. That wasn't even really a juke. He just changed directions that fast. Left Claiborne in the dust. 3rd and 9. They're just going to run it. Why not? He's still running hard. So get to the 24-yard line. 4th down in field goal range. This to put them up by 21 points. And that's the magic number in the RFL where really any team, I don't think there's been a single team to come back down 21 points in the RFL this season. The kick is good by Moore. 24-3 is the score. And a new taken offense will come on out at the 25-yard line. Just coming off an interception after a beautiful play on the football by Caden Blair. 6 minutes, 56 seconds left to go within this game. Set up the running back screen. And Steelers on it. 2 guys there to wrap him up for just a 2-yard gain. This has just been outstanding defense. I mean, you could say, of course, for the Thunderbirds, the defense was pretty much going to be struggling, but the offense, everyone's healthy. That's a great play on the football. Offense just still could not find a way to penetrate and make plays on this Steelers defense, and this is what makes the Thunderbirds defense so important. Because when they don't have those pieces and this offense struggles the way it has, these guys can see the result. Good pass rush again. That's not your average defensive tackle. He got some speed on him. Sean Richardson's a dog. And they're going to go for it here. Got a wide open London Lions over the middle. Getting smacked around by Steelers. So get to the 44-yard line. Pistol formation for LC3. Fires. And he's got Romo at midfield. Right back in the pistol. And right back to Dylan Romo. Trips to the left side. Shotgun LC3. Look at the pass. He's been spotting him up on that spot route. This time he hits Tate Phillips. Close to 3 minutes left to go. He's got a completion out there to Marcus Snipe, who holds on. Defense showing signs of being aggressive. They're going to try to go for the football here. Here goes a throw. Could have been intercepted again. Caden Blair swats it down. Drop back, looking to pass, throws, got the catch, and will fall short at the 18. I see coach asking for a sub of, I believe that's backup Kurt, yeah. We'll look at the former Iowa quarterback. I'll go ahead and make sure to do that to end this drive here. Bunch to the right side. And that'll take us to a 2-minute warning. I don't even know if he'll be able to get on the field. And if he does, he's probably going to take these. LC3 firing end zone. Great play on the football. Monsieur Chappelle getting there. Mike got a chance right here if they don't get this. Fullback dive. Oh, they got it. Push down to 14. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to even run any plays. LC3 incomplete there, trying to go. This rookie running back Rashad Boston. Running back screen. Some good yards there. Picks up 7. 3rd and 3. Double stack wide receivers looking, throws. Oh, it's dropped. 4th down. They converted on 2 of them. Can they go 3 for 3? LC3. Got it. Touchdown, Devontre Sharkley. Go ahead and make that sub. Thunderbirds knocking down the extra point. Look at a 14-point ball game. 16 plays to go 76 yards. And I don't think they're going to run any plays, but hopefully they let my guys spin a couple passes. Maybe have a Monty Wyatt moment where he throws one of them. Who knows? Here goes Kurt Peterson. 2nd-year man out of Iowa. Getting his opportunity to play here. Thunderbirds going to try an onside kick. And how upsetting would it be if they recovered? They get it though. So let's see if they let Kurt throw something. I think they might give him a chance though, because they have all 3 of their timeouts. Usually they still run plays, but I don't know if they're going to actually let him pass. I think they're going to run the football. Mayor Williams has been an absolute dog here tonight. Ran for over 100 yards on this Thunderbirds defense. I think he's the only player to ever do that this season. Yeah, they're just going to run the football there. Timeout called. They might let him throw it. If it becomes a 3rd down, they might let him try to pass the clutch out to move the chains. Who knows? All depends on if Amir Williams gets a 1st down on this next play or not. But that is wide open. Good tackle. They're in the 3rd and 3 range. I think they might run it again. If it was like 3rd and 4, they probably would have let Kurt throw it. I think they're going to run it. Let's see if they'll let him throw it here. 3rd and 3. They'll run it. And they're going to get stopped. Final timeout called there by the Thunderbirds. Should be a makeable kick here for the range of the Steelers. A.J. Moore. 52-yarder. He's got more than enough leg. And he knocks it down. 27-10. Just was able to squeeze that in on the left side. Oh, man. Fatanukin will get to the 34-yard line. LC3 and the Steelers just looking to try to get one more touchdown if possible. No timeouts, 52 seconds. second loss back-to-back on the season, and the Memphis Steamers riding high off this bounce back as they will be the leaders and have clinched as the division champs in the NRC East. And the Lions getting the catch there over the middle. NC3 again over the middle on the Lions. Big hit. Probably the final play unless they get out of bounds. He's just going to shoot it down the field. Great play on the ball. Tried the jump ball with Devontre Sharkley. Goes into the flats. Just goes out of bounds. I guess making it more easier to try to throw the Hail Mary. LC3 still haven't let the ball go. We'll throw it. And it's overthrown. That's going to be the ball game here in Memphis. The Steamers able to get the victory over the Thunderbirds. Final score 27-10. And the Thunderbirds will fall to 10-2 on the season as the Memphis Steamers improve to 12-1. Number 1 team in the RFL. Getting it done. We got some more action coming up. Make sure you guys do not miss out on Super Saturday, man. We got a lot of big games coming. Unfortunately, I don't have the schedule loaded up. Super Saturday is packed with games, so you do not want to miss that. It's going to be a total of, let's see if I can actually pop that up real fast. This is last week's schedule. Here we go. All right, so this is what we got. Super Saturday. We are packed with games, man. Cougars and the Huskies going back at it again. This is a huge game for the Huskies, and it's a huge one for the Cougars. Last time those guys met, upsetting loss for the Cougars. They're looking for their get back to upset the Huskies in their home field. We got the Bisons and the Dreadnoughts going at it. Bulldogs taking on the Black Knights. Condors and the Crusaders. These are all banger matchups. Elks versus the Snowhawks. Armadillos versus Red Dragons. At 6 p.m. Eastern, we got a 6 p.m. game because we got so many games. The Desperados take on the Wizards. And then we close with me back in the booth at 8 p.m. Eastern calling the Monarchs and Gunners game. Very important game there for the Gunners. They got to pretty much win out at this point. They want to try to make a playoff run. And Bulls and Aviators. And we close out with the Celtic Tigers and Sentinels. So this is a great week that you do not want to miss of RFL action. I appreciate all you guys tuning in here for this game. That's going to be it for me. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. I'll show you guys the stats, and I'll be out of here.